It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. All that and more coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First play and a first pass for Cousins. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. On play action, Cousins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
When he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
3rd and 12. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL, but just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. First down. Here's Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? These teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track? He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Kene Nwangwu. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and
dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Miami set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage. Seven on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Tua to try again on second down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. Second down, here's Mostert again. Oh, what a move. Jukes ball again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 18 yards for Raheem Mostert as his guys are able to extend their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they get the turnover in cross territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get through out of it.
Yeah, we were able to see it. offense and the defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And out now come the Vikings.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Play fake. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time.
In motion right is Addison. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Mattison, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
There he goes left side. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 12-yard line.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead.
And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Cousins. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. To throw is Cousins. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Cousins now on 2nd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Complete. Jefferson the target. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
This goes out wide from Madison.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on 4th.
Cousins to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Again, it's Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
K.J. Osborne
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dean Lowry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion right is Addison. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson, and he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing is Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they can't bring him down. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Mostert. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 143 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Tua. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Hooked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the toss, Madison. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 36. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He completes this into the hands of Jefferson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Minnesota.
They'll go Madison up the middle. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Ball carrier. Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins now. And his
His throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it with Madison. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, what a turn. A turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play out.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Buying time to his left. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, 30 yards. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off
too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. The two are going to try and throw for. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try, and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
First down,
They go play action. Cousins. He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Here's Madison running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Here's Tua. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nwangu now from his end zone. And just shutting him off there. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 2 touchdowns, 2:12 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Well, Bananas Osborne, he's got it. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it up, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tua sets up to pass it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to cut from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cousins now from the 50. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Cousins to throw it.
Through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cousins. That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. To throw is Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. First down. Here's Cousins. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, Cousins. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a win for the Dolphins here, and it was a strong performance by Tua that helped lead the way.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more